welcome back. Today we're going to do the increase stitch. It comes up in patterns as INC1 or INC1. It's quite tricky, but I am filming in 4K and 60 frames per second, so if you want to zoom in it should stay really clear for you. So we start with a knit stitch, but with a slight twist, literally. So round the needle, do the knit, and you stop there. Then you go round to the back through the back of the stitch, around with the wool almost like a pearl, back through, and there you go. Easy as that. Don't worry, I'm going to break it down. So you go through the stitch, round, stop. This one, and that's as if you've done a knit stitch. You'd take it off there, but you don't. Next stage, round to the back, and it is just the back of that same stitch, look, and you just tuck your needle in like that. That's how it looks from the front, and then you put the wool round and you pull it off, and there you've gained a stitch, and that's increase 1. So I'll do it a few times like this, and I've got a few other ideas. So round the needle, that's stage 1. Stage 2, round to the back, through the back of that same stitch there, look, wool around the needle, and there it is. And then you just carefully scoop that stitch off, and there you go, you've got the increase 1. So to break it down into 2 stages, if you imagine you've done the first stage, you've done the knit, we're going to carry on as the second part, into the back of the stitch. It's a bit muddly, that one. Into the back of the stitch there, round like you're doing pearl, and off. I'm not going to keep that one because we haven't done a full increase on it. So we'll start from the beginning. I'm going to pop that little bit up there, that's better. So through the stitch, round, that's the knit part. Second half, round to the back. If you like, you can turn all your needles round, there's no reason not to. Into the back of that stitch, now it's like an upside down pearl, and then you go back and you get your 2 stitches there. So into the stitch, round, go to the back. I've muddled myself. Start again. This is dyslexia, isn't it? You'll probably agree with me. It doesn't take much, even when you've done it 100 million times, just to get a don't compute kick off like that did for me there. So into the stitch, round and off, but not off. Round to the back. There it is. And you've done your 2. So seeing it in 2 halves does clarify it, does for me anyway. Through, round, like that. That's your first half. You'd normally go off if it was a knit stitch. Second half, round to the back, back through the same stitch, round that needle, and then pull it off, and that's your second stitch. And off it goes. Through, round, hold. It's as if you were knitting. Second half, round to the back. I'm going to do it from the front this time. Feel your way, tuck through the back of the needle, back of the stitch more like, round, and there we go. Back of the stitch, round, there it is, that's your knit bit done. Round to the back, I'm doing it from the front this time. There it is, you can have a quick check if you want. go, and off. So if you want to practice the second part, just to get it clear in your head, round, and there it is, look, that would be the second half. And the first half is the knit. That's the first half. And the second half, round to the back. There it is, back of that same stitch. Round the needle and off. Last one. Back of the stitch, like as if you're knitting. Round. Second half. Back of the stitch, round, and there you go. And I should have got 20 now because I've done every one. And this would be used for things like sleeves. Wouldn't be all of them, you'd just be each end, it would be increase each end of knit row, and then purl, then increase. That's often how it works. And that will, as you're working, that will, you know, spew out as to get wider, but you can't see it is that much wider straight away. So I'm going to do a purl row, which we don't increase on, and then I'll whiz through it again. So I can't think of many hints or tips other than the fact of have confidence when you're finding, particularly that it's the back one that I think is a bit tricky. When you're twisting round to get into the back of the stitch, it's nothing fancy. It really is just another way of looping on and getting an extra stitch on the needle. Cut that one in half, look. So try and have confidence with it. Be willing to fail, you know, give it a go, have a stab at it, thinking, is that right? I'll give that a go. How does that come out? If it comes out neatly with 2 stitches, chances are you've done it. I meant to be purling here, aren't I? I was just going on to do it in an increase. So yeah, be willing to make those mistakes and then start over, and gradually your mistakes will get less and you'll get the hang of it. I remember being slightly paralysed by the where do I put this needle for that second wiggly back bit, and I know that made me pause for quite a while. But if you don't worry so much, just give it a stab literally and see if you're on the money. Chances are you will be. If you're going into the back of that first stitch, it just looks so much more complicated when you're looking at it for the first few times. So we're fresh onto a knit row. I'm going to go through this knit row again. So it's as if we're knitting, needle through the stitch to the back, get the working yarn round the needle, there it is. Second half, round to the back of the needle, have a stab, I reckon it's about there. Round the needle again, and there you've got your 2. So through the needle, round, there it is, round the back. It doesn't hurt to have a little finger holding that one in place. You know the one you're heading to, it's the very first stitch. Just have a fiddle. Can I find a loop here? Yes, there it is. Round again and off. So I'll just show it a little bit more real-time speed. Feel free to go back, watch again, pause me, zoom in. I don't mind. That's what I'm here for. Let me know in the comments if I can change colour for you, if that's helpful. Go slower. Try and tell me, it's no good, Faye, I'm not getting it. And I'll try and think of another way to present it to you. You just let me know, more than happy to do anything like that. So we're going to go nice and slow now. If you've got a favourite colour that you can concentrate on, or that is nice and clear for you. So needle into the back of the wool, round, there it is, back to the back of the stitch, round, there it is. So I'm going to twist the needles both ways now. Front bit, it's working from the front, round. So we're going to work from the back, bring it round like an inverted pearl into the back of that stitch, round, and slide it off. I don't know if that helps or not, but I'll do one more in case. Round, like that. We're going to invert the needles, second stitch. It's as if you're doing a pearl into the back of that. Round it, pull it through. Okay, we'll try front ways. We'll try keeping front ways and feeling our way now. Round, just feeling our way. Oh, I reckon it's there. And it is, look. There we go. Like that. Round. Feel our way into the back. There it is. You could go lower, that's going to be wrong. But there's not many places to put it really. You know, that into that back is quite simple. Once you know what you're aiming for. And round. I'll check it's still recording. In, round. There it is. Round to the back. Have a little fiddle there. What can I find? Through and down. So, I hope that's really helped. If it hasn't, let me know. And I'll finish off this row. Reasonable speed. I hope this will get you doing things like, it's for the Easter eggs, we need this, these increased stitches, the new tutorial. To do the bottom of the egg, you have to do quite a few increases. Also, it'll get you doing things like sleeves on a project. So it's a very useful stitch to have. Shall I do it slower a few more times? And then we'll be done. You can go back as many times as you like. I'll just knit that one. Right, let's start this one. Through, round, there it is, to the back, feel our way, there it is, see it's on the right one, round, and off, through, round, go back, like that, twist round, back into the back of the stitch, round and off. I'll finish this row with knit. That's your increased stitches. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope to see you again. Keep watching because I've got all sorts coming up, and happy knitting.